Hi guys and welcome to the circus. So now we have another fight on CFA. We are up against the Cross, the guy that actually beats you hard. You know, the dragon. And we are now using Luquier, specifically Venus Luquier, the star, the new star of Luquier, the new star of Silverthorn. And then here we go. We proceed to, I believe we go first. So yeah, we are now going to try out if we can stand against this new dragon of Kagero in standard. So yeah, let's get on with this. We are now going to start the game. Who is going first again? I believe I go first. Yeah. So we drew a card and then ride onto our top deck Irina, which is the best right target on grade 1 for Silverthorns. We draw a card for the starter and pass our turn. Now we proceed to the opponent's turn. He rides onto grade 2. Oh no, okay. He decided to use assist. He doesn't have any grade 1s in hand, and looking at his hand, we have 2 grade 3s, 2 heals, 2 grade 2s. He actually runs, look at that, is that for the great? The grade 2 for the great? I believe it's Neo Flame. Yeah, if I'm correct, it's Neo Flame. So he tried out a variant where you can have the great as an option for the X. So yeah, he luckily fetched one. So he got Lava Flow Dragon, and then yeah, removes 2 cards from his hand. Which will he remove? So I believe he just discarded the Quick Shield because, you know, it's a free draw in the second turn. So he returns everything else and removes, I believe, the Quick Shield. Yeah. So yeah, he proceeds to using the Lava Flow Dragons. The Lava Flow Dragon skill to check the top 5 to fetch himself a grade 3 if he has one. He needs to discard a card. Now will he get one? So okay, sorry about that. That's a technical difficulty right there. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay, so he fetches another copy of the Cross. So he has 3 the Cross in hand. Take note of that. We're going to take note of that. Okay, so okay, he discards, I don't know what he will discard though. He discards the Cross itself. Okay, so you know, filter out. Filtering is fine. Filtering early game, filtering is winning, so I'd say. So yeah, he swings for 8k, and then we decide to take it because, you know, oh shoot, I got an early crit. Oh my gosh. Okay, check for 2 damage. Oh no, my gosh, why did I even damage check? Look at those 2 baby Luquiers on the the damage zone. Oh, poor Luquiers, man. Okay, so we are actually debating on what to ride here on grade 2. So if we ride on Selvia, we have a unit on Soul. But will you have Selvia or Rising Dragon to be put in your Soul immediately? That's actually a question. I mean, either way, you can call both and then use them at the same time. So yeah, I think either way works, but it will depend on what unit you want to protect, because I actually want to call down a unit at this point because what do you call it again? I want to push a little bit, or just try the early game of Silverthorn if I can manage to do so. And I just want to test if pushing a little bit with Silverthorn early game against this kind of deck will be worth it. So we rode onto Rising Dragon, and then use Irina's skill from the Soul. When rode upon, we fetch our top 3 cards and fetch every single Silverthorn. We fetch 3, and if we get a minimum of 2 cards, we get to draw a card. We were lucky to get all 3 from the top 3 cards to be Silverthorns and then put into Soul. So we have now a decent setup early game. We now use Romy to fetch another top 3 cards and then get every single Silverthorn there. And we got another 3 cards. So yeah, that is we are grinding really early right now. And yeah, here comes a notification. Thank you for the follow. And then yeah, we fetch every single thing in the top 3 cards and put in the Soul in order to set up for our grade 3 turns. So yeah, and now we are actually thinking of calling down Selvia because you want to call down boosters in order to put more pressure early. So yeah, um, I'm thinking of calling down more boosters or possibly do some decent combos or filter out more with Romy. So yeah, it took a little bit of time for me here to decide. So we used, yeah, we used Selvia here to counter blast one, call two more from the soul. So we called down, I believe we called down a Romy and a what do you call this grade one again? I forgot her name. So yeah, here comes another notification. Sorry about that. Sorry, notifications. Thank you for the follow. We use Romy here once again, and then fetch another top 3 cards to filter out more. And then we got 2. Actually, we got 3, but I still fetched that front, even though it's a trigger. Yeah, another notification here, and sorry. I'm actually streaming right now, I guess, or someone is streaming. Okay, so we call down our booster in the back row, and then scoop a lot of silver turn early game. Now we proceed to our battle phase, I believe. Yeah. Or we're just gonna call another unit in the back row. I don't know. Okay, so we just proceed to battle phase and then swing with our Vanguard to his Vanguard once. Check a drive trigger here. If we get one, we get a draw trigger. Okay, we give the power to our rear guard and then get another card. He checks the defensive, but we still swing for amazing numbers. Now we use Linnela's skill. I believe it's Linnea, and then soul charge 1 and then give the power +5. So that's an amazing card early and then also late game because she makes really nice booster numbers, which makes an amazing column with units. Yeah, and she's also a great attacker because she's a 13k attacker and a booster. So proceeds to the opponent's turn and then rides on to Neo Flame. He proceeds to battle phase and hitting our Vanguard, and I believe we don't actually need to guard right now. Will we guard or not? Okay, so we are actually thinking, okay, we don't guard. So he checks nothing there, and we check another Irina and proceed to our first grade 3 turn. We will ride onto our Venus Luquier because she's the only amazing ride target right now. I mean, we can ride onto Doriane, but I want to push a little bit this time, so I tried going for Venus Luquier first, and then I think I decided to use Doriane instead of using Venus Luquier skill here, and we check our soul and see if we can manage to pull off some combos or possibly just make huge columns and then go ham, you know, all that stuff. So I actually thought of not possibly use Venus Luquier here. I actually don't know why I'm thinking this long, and then someone shared the stream. Okay, thank you. And then look at that little Pokemon at the top. So cute. Okay, so sorry about that. We use Venus Luquier skill. Skill. Discard a card, and we are actually debating on what to discard here. Will we discard a grade 2, a grade 1, or a trigger? Okay, we discard our Rising Dragon. I think it's because we already have enough 10k gainer units from our soul, because everything goes back to soul anyway. So yeah, we will now call down a lot of units onto the front row. Take note, guys, it's only front row, okay? It's not like normal look here where you can call anything. So yeah, we give 15,000 to both of those units and then +5 the Selvia and the Vanguard. We will now call Doriane onto the back row because we want to use her this time instead of using Venus Luquier in order to, you know, gather up more cards, because we're in it for we're in it for a huge pressure next turn, because you know it's the cross. We give the power from our draw trigger onto, I believe we are going to give it to Selvia, I believe so, because and we actually gave it into Lillian. Okay, so now we proceed on to attacking with our Rising Dragon into his face. Will he take it or guard it? He takes it and gets a defensive trigger there. And then we swing once again with our Selvia with a power boost from Linnea. Now we swing and then will he guard or not? He guards with one arrow from hand. We swing lastly with our Lillian for, I believe that's 30,000 plus. Okay, so yeah, he guards it with a 20k shield. That's enough. So we end our turn by using Doriane instead of Venus. So we scoop 4 units, retire that Doriane, draw 2 cards and pass our turn. We have decent amount of cards to hold on this time because we are up against the Cross, the bad boy, the dragon that pisses you off. You know, when used correctly, you will lose the game on the time that he comes on board. Okay, so he calls down Hot Shot Dragon on the Heat Shot. Sorry about that, Heat Shot Dragon to his back with now he can full force he can attack full force every time he attacks now because Heat Shot restands whenever the Vanguard restands as well. So he uses the X here, Soul Blast 1, fetch a copy of the end and then gets it in the soul. Now we will now fetch ourselves a wait, what? Okay, I believe he didn't use Ignorode now because he just returned it to the deck and then instead he used the X to Soul Blast 1 and fetch the end from the deck. That was kind of strange, but you know, stuff happens. He just placed, by the way, the end there on the rear guard circle for reference. So he calls down the cat and then uses the cat, I believe, to, well, yeah, he moves himself to the soul, and for this turn the X now has a battle door effect, which states that it's a reference to another card in CFV where this turn whenever he attacks you need to guard with a minimum of 2 cards from hand, otherwise take it. So now we are being attacked by a Vanguard with 2 crits because he used Force 2. We are now thinking of how to guard here and then decides whether or not we can take it or not. So the thing about here is he still has twin drive, so we need to be sure that this thing can't hit. But it's still scary. We guard for 32, I believe, right now. So we need, oh, he got a crit. It's a 2 pass. So yeah, he gave everything onto the Vanguard because he still swings. So he used the Counter Blast and Soul Blast to restand himself and give plus 10, I believe. Is that right? Okay, let me see. Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, attack. After this card attack, -1 drive until the end of turn. Okay. So he stood up once again. Okay, it's not the power gain ability, it's the discard 3. So he swings for 3 crits, 1 drive, 31k to my Vanguard, gives 5k to Ignore Dragon, and then we need to guard, obviously. So we used our first PG here, I believe. So yeah, we used our first PG and discarding another copy of Selvia because we have her in the soul already. We only need 1 Selvia so that we can fill up our board. Now we will do whatever it takes just to survive here because this swings are really scary. What happened? Oh, I forgot. It's a battle door, so we need to guard with another card in hand. So we just use another copy of Lillian. So he drive checks another Heat Shot Dragon, which he used as a discard fodder for the final attack of the X, and then gives the X himself plus 10,000. Gets a doesn't get a minus drive, so he still has 1 drive. Gives another 5,000 to Ignore Dragon because this the Vanguard attacks. Now what happens here? I believe we need to guard with 2 cards at least. So yeah, this is scary. So we need to do whatever it takes. Okay, so I believe we use another PG because we have no other choice. Our hand is so little right now, and then we need those cards later. So yeah, I believe we just use a PG here. I'm actually debating here, and yeah, I mean, in my part, I would personally go for a PG, but I'm still debating on how to guard here. I believe so. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking too long right now. Okay, another one shares the stream. Thank you for that. Thank you. It really helps a lot in our page. So yeah, it's time for me to plug our page. It's Hobbyist Gaming Hub in Facebook. It's right up there, folks. It's in the top of the screen. Check it out. It's in the description as well. Follow us, like us, yeah, all that generic stuff. Yeah, we really appreciate if you do so. Um, yeah. So we just said no guard. Okay, we took 2 damage. Oh, he used force. Wait, what? Oh, he gave the crit to Ignorode. So yeah. So sorry about that. Okay, so he just gave the crit to Ignorode. I didn't notice that. It's okay. So it's our turn. Finally, it's our turn, and it's time to shine. Okay, so we ride onto another copy of Venus Luquier into our hand. We call down Romy to scoop herself and check the top 3 cards to fetch every single silver turn we have. We check to front. So yeah, I believe that was quite a unfortunate one. We could have used those 2 fronts to win the game here. So yeah, we called on Irina, check top 2 once again, fetch a silver thorn, and then get the rest to the bottom of the deck. We need to filter out as much as possible. Look at our deck. We only have 10 cards now. We need to filter out as much as possible so that when we drive check, everything is a trigger. So yeah, we use Venus Luquier here. We need to go all out, or else we lose. So yeah, our hand cards were burned quite badly on the last turn because it's the cross. So we use Selvia here to call down 2 more units in the back row. We called on our Breathing Dragon to get that another copy, another opportunity to multi-attack. We give 15,000 to each unit on the battlefield except for Selvia and the Vanguard, because these Rising Dragon and 2 Lillians has an ability to gain 10,000 power when you have 4 or more Silver Thorn in a soul with different names, and when you called 2 or more units from the soul this turn. So yeah, we will retire our Selvia to get ourselves another Rising Dragon to give that 15k, and then we proceed to battle phase. We swing onto the pawn's face for 25,000. 2 drives. He doesn't take it, he doesn't guard it, so give the power onto someone else. We give the power to the left side Lillian, recover 1 damage, and we get a critical trigger. We give the power to the other side Lillian, deal 2 damage to the opponent. We check nothing, he checks nothing. We swing for 29,000 and he just takes it, and we got the game. That was actually one good fight.